Hey y'all, today I had a hankering for meatloaf, so stopped by my local grocery store, bought this big thing of meat here. This is about right at 2 pounds of ground chuck. So put that in my bowl. And now I'm gonna start making all the other ingredients to go in my meatloaf. I love a good meatloaf, but what I really love is the meatloaf sandwich the next day. So I'm making meatloaf for tonight, and tomorrow for lunch I'll be having a meatloaf sandwich, which is so good. You know, Cracker Barrel used to sell those, and I loved stopping in there just to get a meatloaf sandwich whenever we were traveling. My girlfriend and I had a real good time doing that one time. So now I'm gonna start adding ingredients in here. If you don't have a little tiny spatula like this, you ought to get one because it's great for getting things out of these little cans. This is like a little 6-ounce can of tomato paste. So I'm going to put that right on in here with the meat. Just scooping it all in. I think you can see what I'm doing here. Might need to get you a little closer. Let me see if I can get y'all closer and let you zoom down on what I'm doing. Should have had this all set up. I'm sorry. I don't claim to be a video person. I'm a cooker. Okay. Don't claim to be a fancy chef. I'm just a cook. I like to cook. So I think I've got just about all that out of here. You know, another thing you can do is you can cut the other end of the can off and then just push it through. But I just didn't take the time to do that today. So, anyhow, now I've got the meat and the tomato paste in here. The next thing I'm gonna put is 2/3 cup of breadcrumbs. And I'm just using just original plain breadcrumbs. You can get them at any grocery store. Or you can make your own if you wanted to, but I don't have time to do that. So I've got the breadcrumbs in there. Next, I'm gonna put 1 egg. I'm gonna stir it up a tiny bit and then just put it all in there, like that. Then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Get my tablespoon. You catch yourself sometimes, what, let me read the label, make sure it's Worcestershire and not soy sauce. That's what I just did. I've made that mistake before. It's not an easy mistake to recover from. Soy sauce is very, very salty. You get that much soy sauce in there, you better be adjusting your salt. Okay, now I'm gonna put a 1/2 teaspoon to somewhere between a 1/2 and a whole teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of salt. I've heard that you should usually put like a teaspoon to each pound of ground beef, but I'm just gonna put 1 teaspoon. We don't need all that extra salt, and the tomato kind of adds a salty taste. Now I'm gonna add about maybe a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Okay, so that gets everything in there now except for the chopped onion and the chopped bell pepper. I have a white, like Vidalia onion I'm gonna chop up, and I've got like a medium-sized bell pepper, and I'll be chopping both those up and adding them in. So I'm gonna pause the video for right now while I do that, and I'll get right. Okay, I'm back, and I went ahead and chopped this bell pepper and onion up, and it wound up looking like it was too much, so I measured out, and it's about 2/3 of the cup of the bell pepper, which, you know, it's really a little bit of the bell pepper that I didn't use, and a little bit of the onion that I didn't use. So anyhow, this is all of it right here. So now I've got it all in the bowl here. Let me turn it down where you can see. Okay. All right, so you can see this all in here now. It's gonna be kind of hard to mix with this spatula. So I'm gonna tell you, I usually use my hands. So, but I think to do that today, I am gonna actually go and put on some gloves that I can use for mixing it, because I really don't want to get this all up under my fingernails. So I'll be right back. Let me get those gloves. Okay, so I've covered these with plastic wrap right now because we've got a little pesky fly that's been flying around in here, and I'm not quite ready to put those in the oven yet. But I will get back with you as soon as I start to put them in the oven. I'm gonna put them in a 375 oven for about 45 to 60 minutes. So I'll be back in just a few minutes. Hey y'all, I'm back, and my oven just got ready. I put it on 375, and I'm gonna stick the meatloaf in there in just a second. I wanted to show you what else I've been doing while I was waiting for the time to start cooking the rest of this stuff. So anyhow, I took the leftover onion and bell pepper and chopped it up, and then added some cucumbers and some tomato. So I've got a nice little fresh salad here. I put some balsamic vinegar and a little bit of olive oil over it, along with some salt and pepper. So I'm letting that just soak in that good juices, and that will be a delicious salad for us. I've also, and by the way, the cucumbers was from our garden, the tomato was from our garden, and the bell pepper was from our garden. The only thing that wasn't was the onion. And now here's some zipper peas that I'm cooking. Hope you can see those good. And those are from the garden, and they are beautiful. So I put a little bit of ham in there with them. So those are gonna be delicious. And I also have some leftover baked pears that I made last night. So it's just a condiment, a side dish of baked pears. So let me get these in the oven, and in about an hour, they'll be ready. I'll be back. That was so crazy. I didn't have my tripod set up. I just had my phone propped up against something in here. So y'all went flying. Anyhow, I'm sorry about that. I'll get back with you and let you know as soon as the meatloaf is ready, and we'll taste it. I'll taste it. You just get to watch me taste it. Anyhow, it's crazy. Let me turn my camera around this way, though. I want you to see what I've been working on. You see that design over there on the wall? That is made from shirts that belonged to Bob's brother, who passed away last year. And so it's just an unusual design. I've got 2 more borders to add around the edge of it, and then I can get it quilted. But I just thought it was a very unique design. But that's cut out of all of the shirts that he had, and so it's kind of different thing. Anyhow, I'll get back with y'all soon. Hey y'all, I think the meatloaf is ready now. So I'm gonna go check it in just a minute, but I wanted to do a little explaining about what's happened. When I tried to, I'm gonna walk it in there, I've been in my sewing room. When I tried to record the mixing of the meatloaf with my gloves on and everything, and doing it with my hands, it didn't take. So let me see. Ooh, that's looking good. You see in there? Yeah. Okay, I think that's ready. I'm gonna cut the oven off, and then I'll get some hot pads to get that out. But anyhow, what happened is I was mixing that meatloaf with those gloves on, and I guess when I pushed the button for it to start recording, I pushed it once. I didn't think it worked, so I pushed it again. I think I started and stopped it all at the same time. Anyhow, I'm sorry about that. You didn't get to see me mixing the meatloaf, but basically once it was mixed, I just divided it in half and put half in each pan, and then put the, patted it down and then put the ketchup on top of it. So that's really all you missed. So let me get this out and I'll be right back. Okay, so there are the meatloaves out of the oven. And you can see there's lots of juice around the edges, but it's already starting to soak up. It was bubbling when I just took it out of the oven. So we're gonna let that set for about, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes, and then it should be okay to slice it. We'll slice one of them up for dinner tonight, and the other will be for a sandwich tomorrow. So I'll get back with you in just a minute. All right, y'all, it is ready. I've got my plate fixed here. I've got my meatloaf, my zipper peas, the onion and bell pepper and tomato and cucumber salad, and then the baked pears. So I'm gonna try this meatloaf right now, just so I can tell you how great it is. I'm sure it's gonna be wonderful. Yep, it's good. I could have added a little bit more salt, but 1 teaspoon is probably enough. But sometimes I like my food a little saltier, so I can just add some salt now if I want to. But anyhow, it's good. Y'all try it. I'm sorry for the screw up on the video. Please subscribe to my channel. I'm almost to 1,400 subscribers. I sure would appreciate it if you would just click that button. Thank you. Love y'all. Bye-bye.